What's the story, everyone? I'm Mike. I'm a hairdresser, a L'Oreal colour specialist, a makeup fan and a skincare lover. In today's film, I'm going to be going through Lidl shampoos that I believe are dupes of very popular shampoos that are found in your local drugstore. So if you want to see my thoughts and my comparisons of the two products, then keep on watching. Lidl. We all love Lidl and Aldi. I was doing my weekly shopping in Lidl last week and I was walking past one of the alleys and I was like, oh, I know those products. And I had to look twice because they looked very similar, like shampoos that we know from our supermarkets. And you know what? I didn't hesitate and I just threw a few shampoos into my basket and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to look at the ingredients, I'm going to compare them, and we're going to see, does Lidl actually do dupes of some popular supermarket shampoos? We've heard of Lidl and Aldi doing dupes of creme de la mer. I don't remember whether it was Lidl or Aldi, but if they're doing dupes of popular skincare, they must be doing dupes of shampoos. So let's look at the few shampoos that I found in Lidl that I believe are dupes of some popular shampoos. The first shampoo from Lidl I'm going to present you is Cien Mega Moisture. This Cien Lidl shampoo just looks exactly the same as our classic Aussie shampoo. Can we just take a look at the packaging? Anything from the colour to the bottle to the lid to even the writing. But like that, are they the same? What is so identical about those two shampoos except the look? Well, we're gonna find out now. First of all, the Cien Lidl shampoo is $1.69, where your Aussie Miracle shampoo is $4.19. So there's a huge difference when it comes to price. There's £3 of difference. But like that, we know Lidl is more affordable, so why not create affordable dupe of a shampoo that some people use. This Cien shampoo is actually mega moisture, and there is a mega range within Aussie because I done a bit of research. The mega range in Aussie doesn't actually contain the macadamia oil, but the moisture range in Aussie does contain it. So I compared this shampoo to my Aussie moisture shampoo. Right, so in this we get 300 mils, we get the same in our Aussie shampoo. So for the same amount of product in a cheaper price, could this be better than Aussie? Let's find out. First of all, let me smell it. And when it comes to your cheap supermarket shampoos, because I think Aussie is an absolute heap of dirt. It's horrible, it's full of silicone, it stinks of the hair, and it actually doesn't do any justice. Those supermarket shampoos have that silicone-y, plasticky, fake smell. And from using, I'm gonna confess, from using Aussie years ago, when I was still a teenager, didn't know much about shampoos, I was using Aussie, and you know what, that smell just stays with you forever. So let me smell this and see if it smells the same. Oh, I'm gonna actually open that up. Oh, would you believe it? The smell is very similar. It has that bubblegummy, candy-like smell that your Aussie shampoos also have. So yeah, when it comes to smell, I think the two of them are the exact same. Let's look at a few ingredients and see if they're similar. So I have a list of ingredients here from Aussie because I actually didn't buy Aussie shampoo because I think it's a waste of money. And I mean, this was only $1.69. So I mean, if I'm going to compare it, I'm going to compare it with Cien Lidl's shampoo. So I'm going to go through a few active ingredients that we find in Aussie. So like that, in the Aussie shampoo we find glycol distera, which is mainly used in makeup. And that ingredient tends to trigger acne. So we do find it in both Aussie shampoo and Cien's. Also we find macadamia oil. So that's the active ingredient in both of those shampoos. So that's the main similarity. It's the packaging, the smell, and the active ingredient. Also, there's a huge amount of sulfates, so like that, nothing new there. We have glycerin in both of them. In shampoos, glycerin is mainly used to add moisture and hydration to the hair. In Aussie, we also find ascorbic acid, which is your vitamin C. We don't have that here, so there's a bit of an ingredient difference. And then in the two shampoos, we find citric acid, which is actually a very bad ingredient for sensitive skin. So if your scalp is in any way sensitive, your citric acid will react and might cause more sensitivity. So we find that in both of those shampoos. Also, aloe juice is found in both of those shampoos. So the ingredient list is very similar. So my judgment on those two shampoos is I'm probably not going to use that on my hair because I think Aussie is heap of dirt. And if you're going to use Aussie, you might as well get this shampoo. That's my judgment. If you're going to spend over €4 on a horrible shampoo like Aussie, you might as well just get the 169 from Lidl. So yeah, no, if anyone has tried this and actually likes this product, let me know. I'm not going to probably use it on my hair, but for comparisons, it was brilliant. When I seen this shampoo, I was like, oh, a dupe of another heap of dirt. And that shampoo is Cien Anti-dandruff. Now, just by looking at the bottle, can anyone see what I see? Rip-off of Head and Shoulders. So I actually have the mini Head and Shoulders over here. I bought it for a different review. And do you know what? They're exactly the same when it comes to packaging. We have the same shape of the bottle and everything. The price difference. The Lidl Cien is 300ml and it's €2. And Head and Shoulders, that's 500ml that you can find in Boots, is $6.49. So there's a huge difference when it comes to those two products. Few shillings, but listen, hey, this is dirt, we'll see if this is dirt as well. Let me smell the Cien Lidl Shampoo for Anti-dandruff and see if it smells just like Head and Shoulders. So I'm just actually going to open that up and I can smell similarity because I find Head and Shoulders and like Aussie and Pantene have a very distinctive smell that everyone tends to remember. So I'm just going to open this little dirt. And you know what? They smell the exact same. Like, I'm not even messing. It's like this one might be slightly bit sweeter, but they smell very, very similar. So a few comparisons. They both are paraben free and alcohol free, and both contain high amount of silicone. And we do know that Head and Shoulders loves their silicone, so that's why it builds up on the hair. Right, so let's look at few ingredients. First of all, we're going to look at Head and Shoulders. So we have glycol distera, which is an emollient that is fungal and acne trigger. We have polonium glycol, which is good for dry skin. Also, we find citric acid, which works as pH balancer and is also quite bad for sensitive skin. And that's my problem with Head and Shoulders and some of the anti-dandruff shampoos is they contain all those ingredients that are not very good for sensitive skin. But if you have dandruff, you get itchy. So this might even cause more sensitivity, which to me is like, I don't know. Overall, we find 26 ingredients in Head and Shoulders. So let's look at the Cien by Lidl. And in here we find 29 ingredients. So there's actually a lot more ingredients in this than in Head and Shoulders. And like that, there's very similarities. We have citric acid and we have actually a very interesting ingredient, zinc pyritone, which is probably the most popular ingredient when it comes to treating dandruff. So zinc is going to work on your scalp and is going to clean out the dandruff, which we actually don't find in this. We also find benzoic acid, which is a pH balancer and is also bad for sensitive skin. So ingredient wise, they're very the same. Now on the plus side, this contains zinc. So if I were you, I'd probably use the anti-dandruff from Cien. Just by judging by the ingredients. I mean, packaging is the same. If you use this shite, you might as well use Cien. And like that, it has zinc, so it'll probably work better for your dandruff. Moving on. This is actually getting very interesting. It's just showing you that Lidl is just taking their nice packaging and making some of the ingredients even better for cheaper price. Now, the next shampoo from Cien I'm going to present you is UV Color Protect Shampoo. Now, just by looks of it, what do you think it is? Now, when I seen this, the bottle, the color, Elvive Color Protect by L'Oreal Paris. Straight away, I mean, that elongated at the top bottle and that red lovely color, the color shampoo by Elvive is an exact same packaging. So this is your UV Protect shampoo for colored hair with UV filter, silk protein, vitamin E and panthenol. So let's look at a few differences. Let's smell it first. It smells similar to Elvive. It's not the exact same like Elvive, but it is similar to smell. Like to me, it just has a classic supermarket shampoo smell, cheap and perfumed. So with Elvive we get 400 mils for $6.29, and with Cien we get 250 mils for $1.74. So there's a huge price difference when it comes to the two shampoos. Both have sulfates and both have silicone. And this shampoo is actually very high in silicone, so it will end up building up on your hair. So like that, the Cien shampoo contains water, you have your sulfates, you have your glycerin for hydration, you have glycol, so we've seen that ingredients quite common throughout the three shampoos that we just looked at. We have citric acid and a lot of other unnecessary ingredients. Now, from what I looked online, and it's actually very hard to find ingredients of shampoos that are supermarket. I don't know why, but even when you go to like L'Oreal Paris website, they're not giving you a lot of information. The only ingredient that was similar between this and your Elvive was the citric acid. Other ingredients found in Elvive was your salicylic acid, linseed oil, which is a fiber ingredient which is very good for strengthening the hair and nourishment. So when it comes to Elvive and your Cien Lidl Color Protect, I don't see much similarities beside the packaging. So like that, you guys, if you've ever tested any of those three shampoos, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Now, I've heard this shampoo made people's hair very sensitive and their scalp very sensitive. Now, that's just the reviews I've seen online. But like that, it was my first time smelling and actually looking properly into the packaging and ingredients. Now, out of all of them, I mean, this one, I wouldn't recommend Aussie anyway, so anything Aussie related, see you later. When it comes to the anti-dandruff, I mean, it has zinc, so the ingredients are actually better than in your Head and Shoulders. And it does look the same and it does smell the same. And for a few shilling less than your Head and Shoulders, I would probably just start using this. I probably wouldn't use it personally myself, but if you're using Head and Shoulders, save a bit of money and get Cien. Why not? When it comes to Lidl Cien UV Protect, I don't see any similarities with Elvive except the packaging and the bit of smell. But like that, it just has a classic, natural supermarket smell of a shampoo. So if you've used this, please let me know because I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Anyways guys, thank you for watching today's film. I hope you found it rather interesting and I hope you learned something from it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my other social media. Gormila Magat agus Slán.